Hello and welcome back to Let's Play Crusader Kings 2 as the Kingdom of Aragon with the Historical Immersion Project mod. In the last episode, war was declared upon us by the Duchess of Aquitaine up here for this county. We have defeated her army and now we can head into her lands to start sieging her up. She's raising more troops, of course. We should probably actually go to her capital, since that'll be worth the most war score. Galicia is kindly helping us out there. We're also in these other wars. This is Croatia, who is our brother-in-law, called us in against Hungary here. That's going badly. Oh, he actually has has both Roman empires in on the opposite side of that war, so that was a terrible war for him to get involved in. No real surprise that he's losing that. And the other one is just the revolt that Castile called us into here. Widespread rumors say that Pope Innocentius II leads a most wicked lifestyle, quite unsuitable for any priest, and even more so for one in his exalted position. We must pray for his eternal soul. Not sure what the consequences of that event are, but I guess it's because he's a wicked priest. Innocentius the Wicked. It is quite a contradiction. Yep, and that war is indeed over. So, if I white peace this war, I'll just gain some prestige, but if I enforce demands, the claim is destroyed, and I also gain a bunch of money, so pressing it to enforce demands would be preferable there, obviously. I'm actually suffering attrition here, which is not great. Just split out half my army here and send them, I guess, one county over. Still got attrition. I guess if Galicia would move their army, that might help things out there. The church had just gotten some very beautiful stained glass windows, and as I and Queen Capica contemplated the windows, the priest approached and asked us what we thought about them. I'd thought about the symbolism of the windows, while Queen Capica just repeated what I had said. She's too arbitrary to voice her own opinion, or it was a bit flattering, really. Okay, it was flattering, I guess. We're only suffering 0.5%, I guess, so... We'll maybe just leave them. Even suffering attrition here. I guess this is because it's winter? Actually, no, the winter climate type system isn't even in HIP yet, I think. Oh well. Oh, it is. Oh no, that's right, there is a separate and different climate system in one of HIP's submods, I think. Now that I actually come to consider it. Anyway, we'll just suffer the attrition for now, I guess. Let's see. Do we want to be kind or just? I guess we would like to be kind or just. And we became kind, and the enemy is nowhere to be found. We have 5% chance of gaining ambitious from this one. Or 5% chance of just from this one. We also lose charitable, which is a generally good trait. Let's try and gain just. We didn't. Okay. So we are getting the ticking war score from controlling the war goal. Unfortunately, we lost about 50 war score from those early battles. My young son Ramiro is mastering the art of swordsmanship. He's up to skilled fighter now, which is pretty good. And an Aquitanian army is headed south there. Can siege that random county if they want to, I guess. Our sieges on the capital are going to be worth more war score. And it's not going to reverse the ticking war score that we're getting. Court chaplain has accused the bishop here of heresy. He's probably fine. Okay, you made the King of Castile like me more. Doesn't look like his revolt is going that well. He has more troops, though. So maybe he'll turn it around. Let's go to speed 4. My daughter lacks a guardian. Our dukes are pretty happy with us, I guess. We are defending against foreigners, which is plus 50. Without that, I guess the Duchess of Zaragoza here is not too happy with us, so we'll let her educate my daughter for a bit of an opinion bonus. Let's do this again. Someday we'll get just. Now he's on the move, or she's on the move rather. Headed towards the war goal, I guess. It's kind of unfortunate. We probably should have reacted sooner to that, because we don't want them to get entrenched in there with the hills and all. We have an organizer we can get in charge here. We can help our army move there more quickly. Hopefully quickly enough. We're going to get there on the 29th, and they're only going to get to Navarra on the 27th, so we should definitely get there in time. Rough terrain expert. Sounds good. Otherwise we'll put just the highest martial characters in charge. And I guess we should march our other army down to reinforce. We'll put our organizer in charge of that one now. Good that they have the ability to teleport around like that. Looked like we were going to win that even without the reinforcements, but that's fine. We captured a count. 2 counts. And wiped out their army. Need to find an educator for my half-sister now too. I think half-sisters give opinion. I guess the Duchess has too many wards already though. I think he's going to be just fine without any extra opinion. So we'll, I guess, give her to this count. The wicked Pope Innocentius has died and been replaced with Pope Anastasius IV. Good to know. Alright, and another county's been converted. He can go over here then. We have a weak claim on the Kingdom of Navarra, which we will not press. Alright, a crusade for Jerusalem. His Holiness has been swayed by the cries for help from the Christian population in the Kingdom of Jerusalem. He urges all able-bodied men of Europe to take up arms against the evil Caliph Abdul Aziz in order to secure Jerusalem from the clutches of the Mohammedan infidels. Deus Vult. So let's see. Looks like, let's see, it's the... Yeah, okay, so it wouldn't be the whole Kingdom of Jerusalem, because some of it is held by other rulers, I guess, but it looks like that guy isn't incredibly strong, so this crusade could well be successful. Only about 18,000. And we would like to join, obviously, though probably only when we get out of this war that we're currently in. Okay. The count died. And my son is of legal age, which is good. We'll get him married. I, of course, forgot to transfer him to another character for his education. So let's see who we should marry him to. He is my first son, actually, isn't he? Yeah. So I guess we could marry him to a duchess here, but I don't really value getting random duchies outside of my domain. Not my domain, but outside of my de jure kingdom. Not really worth the messy borders. This strong courtier over here would give us an alliance with a patrician? Or there's a genius 19-year-old. I think we'll go for the 19-year-old genius. Which will lose him some prestige, but that's okay. Prestige ain't everything. And we can gain some prestige for ourselves, which I guess we'll do. We're making an okay amount of money. And the prestige will help increase our vassals' opinion of us. So even though it's not everything, as I said, it is at least good to have. Okay, that siege has ended. Let's divert this army to try and catch the Aquitaine army before it gets over to the Wargul. They're heading to Navarra right now. My half-brother is of legal age. He became a brilliant strategist. Wow, he is very good at martial stuff. We can get him married as well, I guess. For an alliance would be probably the best. Maybe solidify our alliance with the Holy Roman Empire. Sure, let's do that. And speaking of our alliance with the Holy Roman Empire, we have been called to war, which we will accept. Can't imagine he needs much help with anything. They're headed away from the Wargul, so I guess we'll just let them go and sit this army there, so they can't actually attack it fruitfully. Meanwhile, we'll leave this other army here sieging their capital. We're up to 62%. My half-brother claims he would be a better marshal. Well, I guess he would be. Since he's, as I noted, so great at military things. He's a formidable fighter. That is pretty good. So we'll let him be my marshal. Or armor bearer, rather. Alright. Headed back Where? Up here, okay. That's fine. Doesn't want to attack me in the hills there. This county is plains. And there's no river crossing to Bordeaux. So I think once we finish this siege right here, we'll attack this army so we don't lose the occupation there. Starting to think my daughter-in-law might fancy me. That definitely doesn't sound appropriate. Okay, we've completely sieged that county. We'll go and attack the army. Yeah, indeed, the Holy Roman Emperor has already won his war. And the King of Castile is a big fan. Okay, we're up to 91% now between all the battles we've been winning and the ticking war score. So, yeah, we don't want to give him any fiefs of his own. So, maybe a couple more holdings occupied here and a few more months of ticking war score. Oh, no. In fact, it's already at 100%, so we can enforce our demands, gain 300 gold, gain some prestige, and she loses the claim. That turned out pretty well. And now, let's check out this crusade and see how it's going so far. It looks like it's going, at least. A lot of people joined already. We have Sicily and wherever that is. And no other major kings, though. Brittany, Ulster. Yeah, not much has happened so far, so we're not completely behind there. We're fairly low on our levies, though, since we lost our army recently, which is pretty unfortunate. We also are pretty flush with cash, though, so we could consider maybe hiring mercenaries. Though I don't really like to do that, since it's going to take a lot of time to boat them over, during which time we'll be paying them, and also paying our troop upkeep and paying for the boats, and generally just spending a whole lot of money on probably a very small chance to acquire a kingdom. Maybe we'll just wait a couple of months, see how much levy we get back, and then consider joining. So Castile is winning his war there. Oh, and this is going a lot better now. I guess there was a very big battle that was worth 11% in that. We got a tithe. That's excellent. Let's see how our levy looks in January. So we can raise about 10k. And the main antagonist here has a levy of only about 4k. I guess we could probably do pretty well then if we took our 10k over there. So let's go ahead and do it. We will offer to join your crusade for Jerusalem. I'll go ahead and assume that he's going to accept and start raising my troops already. Don't actually know how many boats I have, but I'm assuming it's enough to transport everyone over. I have contracted smallpox. Well, that's terrible news. But I think I made it through this cursed disease. That's good. Not dying of smallpox is a pretty significant achievement. Word has reached me that my court chaplain has accused him of heresy. He's probably not a heretic. It's fine. Don't worry about it. Alright, and we've converted another county. Head over to the last one we don't control there. Let's see then. How many boats are we going to need? How many boats do we have? Not actually a huge amount of boats. I think that's enough though with the different boat numbers in HIP. I'm not sure if it's enough on this side of the Iberian Peninsula. We might have to wait for these 15 to get around. No, we do actually have enough there. You can stay at home. I'm going to wait until... Actually, I can start sending you over. But I'm going to keep watching these 15 until I actually disband them, otherwise I'll probably forget and end up paying for them for months before I notice. Let's see, Vassal Inheritance Warning. A Baron of Vizcaya. Okay, well... It's because you are... Where are you? Okay, I guess it might pass to Castile then. Well, if that happens, we'll worry about it. We are out of time for this episode though, so thanks for watching, and join me again next time when we'll get started with this crusade.